What is American Medical Society for Sports Medicine? It is a physician organization dedicated to education, research, advocacy, and the care of active people and athletes of all ages. AMSSM fosters professional relationships among sports medicine physicians. Our vision? To be a worldwide leader in sports medicine. Let me introduce you to our president, Dr. Tracy Ray.
Hello and welcome to the AMSSM. We're a multidisciplinary organization of sports medicine physicians. 70% are family medicine, but all primary specialties are represented. With over 4,000 members, we're the largest sports medicine physician organization in the nation. Our members are passionate about sports medicine. Many are fellowship directors. A third of our membership are fellows, residents, and medical students who are the future leaders of sports medicine. We value every member. AMSSM is built on a solid foundation by our founders, but our continued strength depends on the initiatives brought about by our leadership, along with the efforts made by individual members.
Let's hear from our founders.
I was one of the founders and first president of the American Medical Society for Sports Medicine. AMSSM started as the germ of an idea of 5 individuals: Jim Puffer, Doug McKay, Lee Rice, David Howe, and myself. The 5 of us then recruited 15 other founders from various specialties in various parts of the country to found and develop American Medical Society of Sports Medicine. Our original goals were to give a meeting place where collegial relationships could be built and sports medicine discussed among the practitioners. We also wanted to develop the fund of knowledge in sports medicine by applying all the medical knowledge we had in our specialties to athletes and active individuals. AMSSM has now grown to over 3,000 members. There are multiple training programs for fellows in sports medicine in the various specialties. We work through our members to train medical students, residents, and fellows in sports medicine and continue the development of the fund of knowledge through research. I would like to invite you all to join with us as we continue to grow sports medicine through the work of our members.
AMSSM has been a big part of my life, and it was a pleasure and an honor to be a founder and to bring together physicians from so many different disciplines, physiatry like myself, but also primary care, pediatrics, internal medicine, emergency medicine, and many others, to all work together to help find the best way to treat active people and athletes. It was a worthwhile mission. It's been a big part of my life since that time. It's a wonderful way to learn to do what's best for your patients. Consider AMSSM as an important organization for you to consider if you want to take care of athletes and active people.
Emergency medicine has always been a difficult mix with primary sports medicine from the traditional hospital-based practice. When I was practicing mainly in the 1970s and the early 1980s, emergency medicine was a new specialty. Didn't have much interest in sports medicine as part of it at that time. So I was very grateful when offered an opportunity to join with the other family medicine physicians to create a national primary sports medicine group, which was able to develop sports medicine fellowships and national meetings, which emergency physicians as well as other primary physicians could all participate.
I'm to talk to you about the formation of AMSSM, why it's so important in today's medical world. All I can tell you is if you're interested in sports medicine, you're in the right field and you're showing the right inclinations. This is something that you will not regret. It's an ever-changing field, and it's something that probably will reward you many times over in the future. So I would highly recommend that you consider sports medicine as you pursue your careers.
Over the years, what continues to bring medical students and physicians to AMSSM? Let's hear from several members.
AMSSM gives me the opportunity to present research and to learn from my peers at its annual conference. It enables me to network with colleagues and to build key relationships with strong mentors through its mentor program. I also value the leadership skills I am developing by being a part of the medical student interest group at AMSSM.
AMSSM has offered me plentiful opportunities from the start of medical school to my time in residency. From conference presentations to leadership positions, this wonderful organization has provided me the roadmap to my dream to becoming a sports medicine physician. And the relationships that I've made are priceless.
AMSSM has been a great resource for me to connect with my colleagues both as a resident and a fellow. It's given me amazing mentorship opportunities that I wouldn't have gotten from anywhere else and really prepared me for a career in sports medicine, both from a clinical standpoint and from a networking and teamwork standpoint as well.
AMSSM holds a special significance for me. They provide a roadmap of resources for learners at all stages of training, to-do lists to ensure that they gather the experience it takes, countless grants and scholarships to members of all levels of training, and a platform for which they can network to give them the best opportunity to reach their goals.
I believe that AMSSM is a wonderful organization for both residents and students to participate in. Through mentorship and networking opportunities, students and residents are able to learn what the career pathway is to get into a career in sports medicine. In addition, I serve as a faculty champion for the Penn State Medical Center Sports Medicine Interest Group Society. Through this organization, I'm able to help mentor medical students and let them know what the career is like as a sports medicine provider. In addition, I can help teach ultrasound and help mentor future leaders of sports medicine.
I first learned about AMSSM when I was a third-year family medicine resident, and now it's 28 years as a member. Amongst my best friends are those that I've met at AMSSM meetings. And through the invaluable mentorship that I've received and the support and the connections that I've made through AMSSM, I now find myself with a tremendous career that I never would have imagined. I was a head team physician at UC Berkeley. I was Chief Medical Officer for Team USA at the 2008 Beijing Paralympic and 2012 Olympic Games. And now here I am in the WNBA bubble, or we call it as Wubble, caring for over 320 elite athletes, their families, and staff members. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my family medicine training. But in addition, my sports medicine training has allowed me to have this unique skill set where I can now provide care for these elite athletes. So I was also able to bring my fellow who is family medicine trained. So please strongly consider joining AMSSM as a medical student or a resident, and I look forward to hopefully meeting you soon.
What does AMSSM offer students and resident members?
AMSSM is the premier educational resource for sports medicine physicians. The annual meeting provides valuable education presented by national and international experts. Our members are encouraged to submit clinical cases for podium and poster presentations. Online education includes ultrasound and EKG modules, fellow lecture series, podcasts, and interactive clinical cases. The International Fellowship Traveling Program provides academic exchange on a global level. Visit amssm.org to learn more.
In addition, posted on our website are the recommended curriculum guidelines for residents for each primary specialty, as well as the AMSSM recommended sports medicine curriculum for sports medicine fellowships. Online case studies for members to view or to post their case abstract. The AMSSM and STFM, Society of Teachers of Family Medicine, have teamed up allowing AMSSM members free access to STFM's digital library resource. AMSSM members are invited to upload talks and review presentations from colleagues. AMSSM is committed to provide lifelong learning opportunities for the sports medicine physician throughout their career.
Our sports ultrasound opportunities include sports ultrasound online didactics with 35 modules freely available on the AMSSM website, Bi-weekly sports ultrasound case presentation series hosted by the University of Iowa and available on the AMSSM YouTube channel. Regional hands-on sports ultrasound courses. And our annual meeting offers multiple sports ultrasound learning opportunities.
Through our collaborative research network, the CRN, and the Research Committee, AMSSM fosters collaborative and innovative research among its members and provides research grants for researchers at all levels aimed at advancing the clinical practice of sports medicine. The CRN is currently planning our second research summit on physical activity and the role of the sports medicine physician, which will be held in 2021, just prior to our annual meeting. Members have the opportunity to present their research as podium or oral poster presentations during our annual meeting. AMSSM also hosts an annual Fellows Research and Leadership Conference to help grow the next generation of sports medicine researchers.
AMSSM advocates for the sports medicine physician on both federal and state levels. Our Practice and Policy Committee uses a program and map to track state legislation identifying important issues in each state, then provides support and tools for AMSSM members to advocate locally for relevant issues. On the federal level, the Sports Medicine Licensure Clarity Act was recently signed into law, and our immediate past president, Dr. Chad Carlson, was instrumental in the development of the bill and its passage. In 2019, AMSSM hosted the Youth Sport Advocacy Meeting in DC and recently worked with other professional medical organizations to create the Physical Activity Alliance to advocate for policy and system changes to promote lifelong physical activity.
AMSSM serves as an advocate, advisor, and supporter of current fellows, residents, and fellowship directors. Our website has resources for trainees preparing to match in a sports medicine fellowship. These include AMSSM 120 and testing resources for current fellows preparing for the CAQ in sports medicine, resources for fellows transitioning out of fellowship and navigating into their practice, the Fellowship Forum, an annual meeting pre-conference that presents current issues important to the training of the sports medicine physician, and the Fellowship Fair, held during the annual meeting, provides students and residents a chance to interact with fellowship programs.
My first experience with AMSSM was during residency, and through that experience, I was able to get into fellowship and ultimately started doing some work on tip sheets for our patient education website, SportsMed Today. Through that experience and some mentorship that I had within the organization, I ultimately became the director of that website and did much of the editing for the tip sheets that exist on the website today.
The foundation is dedicated to support and recognize excellence in sports medicine education, research, and scientific activities through our foundation scholarships while promoting opportunities for humanitarian service projects. These are all important parts of AMSSM. One of the things that occurred to me when I was president is I wanted to support the younger learners. Since we already had a resident and a fellowship category, I decided to add a medical student category as well. To further help support these individuals, the Galen Society, which is a group of alumni members, have created a medical student scholarship.
One of the greatest member benefits is our networking opportunities.
The MSIG hosts webinars that give residents and students an opportunity to interact with AMSSM members that are leading experts in sports medicine topics. Medical school sports medicine interest groups can connect with the MSIG as charter medical schools, and the MSIG Facebook page highlights opportunities for student members while building relationships with other medical students.
The goal of the SMRC is to represent, support the needs of, and advocate on behalf of all trainees pursuing a career in sports medicine. We're building our social media presence through our SMRC Facebook page. Student and resident accomplishments and opportunities are highlighted in our quarterly e-publication, The Rookie Report.
AMSSM provides leadership opportunities for medical students, residents, and fellows, and I'm honored to have been elected as an officer to the Medical Student Interest Group, the Sports Medicine Resident Council, and now as a class representative to the Fellowship Committee, leading the Sports Medicine Fellows Council. Throughout the year, we work closely with the Fellows Matter Subcommittee on issues pertinent to fellowship.
There are many ways members can become involved in AMSSM. Come to the meetings and present. Join a committee, special interest group, and/or a team physician group. You can also participate in AMSSM Collaborate, our new online community forum for ongoing connection among members. AMSSM has expanded our mentor program to be ongoing throughout the year. More experienced physicians are able to give it perspective, answer questions about sports medicine, and pass on practice pearls that cannot be learned from a textbook, creating a personal connection between the mentor and protege. AMSSM also supports diversity in its members, policies, and programs. AMSSM has so much to offer the sports medicine physician and the trainee interested in sports medicine. We welcome you to join our community and become a member today.